checkpoint.
Manx TT Superbike is a 1995 arcade racing game developed jointly by Sega AM3 and Sega AM4. It's a motorcycle racing game built for the Sega Model 2 arcade board. Up to 8 players could race in this game if enough arcade cabinets are linked together. It was later ported to the Saturn by Tantalus Interactive and to Windows by Perfect Entertainment. The game's setting is the Isle of Man TT, the world-famous and very demanding motorcycle racing event held on the Isle of Man, which is just off the coast of Britain if you didn't know. There are 2 courses to race on, the Laxey Coast course for novices and the more difficult TT course for veteran players. While the TT course is based on the actual course of the Isle of Man, the Laxey Coast is a fictional course designed by the game developers, though the scenery is drawn from the Isle of Man. That was interesting, wasn't it? The arcade game was known at the time for its impressive graphics and innovative cabinet. Many arcade motorcycle games incorporated a bike-like machine which tilted so that the player could maneuver the on-screen bike through the physical bike. To do this, the player would need to push their feet against the floor. What? That doesn't make sense. The Manx TT machine, however, was sensitive enough to tilt just from the rider shifting their weight, allowing the player to keep their feet on the machine and use their body weight to control the on-screen bike, making the game feel much more realistic. I understand now. The game was a hit in arcades across the world. Sega's decision to entrust the Saturn port of Manx TT to an external developer, particularly one with no experience in porting arcade games, was controversial. However, upon release, the game proved to be a major critical success for the Saturn. Yeah, this is a good one. I do remember clambering onto the Model 2 arcade version of this, the full-size climb-on-bike version, you know. It was a damn good time, man. It was a good laugh. This is a good solid translation of the experience, given the limitations of the hardware. It's also quite a nice representation of the Manx countryside for what it's worth. Well, if you happen to go there on a sunny day anyway. There are at least 4 of them every year, I'm told. Yeah, it handles well. The bike's turning sort of accelerates as you hold it down, which lends it a different feel to most Saturn races, and it means that timing is of utmost importance in this game, lest you smash against corners at every turn. It really pays off to learn the courses, which I haven't done particularly well, but you know, I did manage to win this race at least. This has full analog control, which is always nice, a really good sensation of speed, solid graphics, it's bright and colourful with a smooth, consistent frame rate, music that's simultaneously awful and absolutely amazing in that unique mid-90s Sega arcade racing manner. Yeah, it's not absolutely the best racer on Saturn, but it's certainly very, very good, and I would even call it a minor classic.